is Rada Morales. I'm a cadet at the Robin McBee Firefighter EMS Youth Academy. And on this month's episode, we'll be featuring a day in the life of a cadet at the Academy, an interview with a dedicated first responder, and a message from the largest hospital in our community, Kaiser Permanente. I hope you enjoy our speakers from each segment who took their time and dedication into giving you amazing information.
Hi, my name is Aaron Valdez. I'm a lieutenant at the Robin McBee Firefighter EMS Youth Academy. And in today's segment, I'll take you through a day in life in the Academy and give you insight to what the Academy is about, including our core values, curriculums, and activities. A day in the life of the Academy starts by the cadets arriving bright and early and preparing to start the outside drills. We perform our physical drills as well as our verbal responses, and then we run a lap. After our morning drill routines, we begin preparing our environment for the day by cleaning the fire station. We sweep and vacuum all the floors, wipe down all the surfaces, in keeping with the COVID-19 protocol. We rake and remove all the garbage from the outside of the building. After that, a delicious and nutritious firehouse breakfast prepared by Miss Burhill and other fully vaccinated Academy staff is served at 10 a.m. The crew assigned to kitchen duty will clean up after breakfast and make sure all the garbage containers are emptied. After breakfast, we move to our first activity, which takes place in the apparatus room of the fire station and includes topics on fire safety and fire science. We also discuss SMART goals, which stands for goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. We also explain EDITH, which refers to exit drills in the home, lessons that will help you out through life. We then transition to our outdoor physical activities, which always puts us to the test. These activities may include an aerial ladder climb, fire hose operation, and a run to the top of the training tower. Other interesting activities that we have performed have been using the fulcrum and lever method to lift Chief Burhill's car. We've participated in scenarios involving splitting bone injuries, stopping bleeding, and learning other proper procedures on how to assist those in need of basic medical attention. At the end of Academy session, we clean the facility, say our goodbyes to our fellow cadets, and begin preparing mentally and physically for the next session.
Thank you for watching our segment about the Academy. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it. Next up is a segment from the Vallejo Fire Department.
Hello, my name is Taylor Queen, and today in this safety segment we will be featuring new apprentice firefighter Shannon Thompson. She is one of 3 female firefighters currently employed in Vallejo Fire Department, and she is the first one to be hired in 20 years. Interviewing her is Sarah Armenta. Please welcome Shannon Thompson.
What has been your journey to becoming a firefighter?
My journey to become a firefighter started after I got out of the military. My neighbor was a Stockton firefighter and kind of helped me find this career path. I first started my fire science classes, and then I became an EMT, and I started working for Medic Ambulance here in Vallejo. And then I went to my own fire academy in San Jose and started volunteering with the Sing City Fire Department. Got my medic license, and then was hired with the Rodeo Hercules Fire Department before coming to Vallejo last year and getting to be finally in my dream department.
What are the keys to becoming fit for firefighting?
I think being fit for firefighting is a good balance of strength and endurance. You definitely need both of those for when we're actually inside fighting the fire. But the job isn't done after that. You still need to be able to maintain that level of physical fitness after the fire. And I think something like CrossFit or higher intensity training will get you to where you need to be. In my free time, I like to go paddleboarding out on the coast. I play disc golf. I like to go see friends and family. I go hiking with my dog, and then I like to go traveling.
What advice would you give to those wanting to become firefighters?
For anyone who wants to become a firefighter, I think it's a long process to get hired, and you just have to kind of put your head into it and know that it's going to be a lot of hard work, but it's absolutely worth it in the end. You might get a few no's, but that's just something to motivate you to keep pushing, because this is the best job in the world, and it's well going to be worth it in the end.
What are some pros and cons to being a firefighter, and more specifically, a female firefighter?
I think some pros to being a firefighter is it's a really fun job. No day is the same. You never know what you're going to get when you show up to work, and I find that to be really exciting. I love getting to hang out. It's like a big family, getting to hang out with your friends and always be together and doing everything. I think some of the cons is it does take you away from your family for long periods of time, or the potential for that to happen. And specifically for being a female, you definitely have to understand that you have to prove yourself at work. That's just something that you have to come in, and once you show that you want to be there and you've done all the hard work, then it's just like everybody else.
Thank you, Shannon Thompson, for letting us interview you today and for sharing your experiences. Next episode, we will be featuring a fire inspector, and he will be sharing with us about his work and fire safety. That is all for our safety segment, and we hope you enjoyed.
Hi, my name is Amin Valdez, and this PSA today is revolved around mental health and knowing it's okay to ask for help. These are some of the many ways to get help. Visit cdc.gov/mentalhealth or mentalhealth.gov. You can also call 1-800-273-825 to reach a 24-hour crisis center. Text MHA to 741-741. As always, if you need immediate help, call 911 or visit an emergency room. It's okay to ask for help.
Hello, my name is Pamela Bisamis, and I'm a cadet at the Ronald McBee Firefighter EMS Youth Academy. I'm also a sophomore at Jesse Beto High School. I'd like to welcome you to our health segment with the well-established Kaiser Permanente. Kaiser has their own theater group that utilizes theatrical performances to teach valuable information to the youth. The theater group came to our schools and in their acts communicated the trials and tribulations of attending high school. Thank you to Kaiser Permanente for supporting our program.
Hello, we're Kaiser Permanente Educational Theater. We inspire children, teens, and adults to make informed decisions about their health and to build stronger, healthier communities. My name is Maya, and today I'm hanging with Dr. Amy Sobel as we talk to young people about the COVID-19 vaccinations. Dr. Sobel, we know that the COVID-19 vaccine is now available for people ages 12 and up, and might be available for people even younger really soon. So what does our audience need to know?
Well, Maya, thanks for having me. You know, I am just so excited about this vaccine. The COVID-19 vaccine is amazing. It is a complete game changer. I mean, it gets us back to what we have missed. I mean, look at the two of us. We're sitting here, we are not wearing masks, and that's because we're vaccinated. I'm just so excited. You know, I've already vaccinated both of my kids, and they are out of their trees because they get to go back to sleepovers, they get to see their friends, do their activities, and they're gonna be able to go back to school in the fall. It's really exciting. I felt really confident giving my kids the vaccine. I knew it is a safe and effective vaccine. I'm also really thrilled because I can give the vaccine to every one of my patients who are 12 years and over. And I cannot wait until I can give the vaccine to absolutely everybody.
Oh, That is very exciting. So another thing we're hearing from our young people is that they are excited about the vaccine, but their friends and family just aren't interested. So what can they do in those situations?
That's a really tough one. And you know, it can be challenging to talk to friends and family about vaccines. I do it every single day with my families and with my patients. And I have to say, one of the most important things that I've learned is to listen. You know, of course, we need to know the medical facts. That is so crucial, especially right now when there is so much misinformation on the internet. You need to know your source. And one of the best ones, ask your doctor. Peer pressure can be overwhelming. And I find it's overwhelming even when you know your plan. So I actually have heard, Maya, that your program is amazing for helping all of us navigate these really complex social situations.
I'm so happy you brought that up. We have a 5-step peer pressure resistance model that can help keep us safe regardless of what the people around us may or may not do. So here are the 5 steps. Step 1, ask questions. Step 2, name the trouble. Step 3, say what might happen. Step 4, suggest something else. And step 5 is to leave and leave the door open. Now, the easiest way to understand the peer pressure resistance model is to see it in real time. So here we go. Lights, camera, action.
Hey dude, thanks for inviting me to Milo's birthday party next month.
Oh, don't mention it. I'm actually about to head out. They're providing free vaccines at the clinic near my house. Let's go get vaccinated together.
No, I'm good. I hate needles.
You scared the shot will hurt?
I guess. And you really shouldn't do it either. I heard vaccines can give you COVID or something.
Where did you hear that?
Online?
Well, there's a lot of myths and lies floating around the internet about COVID, and if we don't get accurate information, it's easy to feel confused.
Okay, but you aren't a doctor either, so why are you acting like you know so much?
I talked to my pediatrician. They said you cannot get COVID from the vaccine. And if people don't get vaccinated, it's easier to get COVID-19 and keep spreading it to others.
Kind of being a little extra, and I already told you I'm good.
I'm not being extra. I'm just excited to get vaccinated. My whole family is going. Look, I even finally convinced my grandma to get it. Anyway, after we go to the clinic, do you want to meet up outside somewhere? Look, I'm down as long as we
As long as we wear masks and are socially distant. I know. Look, you know what? I think I'm just gonna hang out alone tonight.
Okay, well, I'm going to get vaccinated, but I'll hit you up after I'm done. Or if you change your mind and want to hang out, text me.
Whatever.
We hope that peer pressure resistance model will be a useful tool for you all. Dr. Sobel, we want to know your thoughts.
I was so impressed with Leonard. I mean, he listened to his friend and he heard her concerns. He'd already spoken with his doctor, so he knew the medical facts. And then he was able to explain why he and his family were going to go get the vaccine. Even if you can't change your friend's mind, it is so important to keep yourself safe. And that is actually really important in any life experience. Like Leonard, we can encourage all of our friends and families to stay protected and to get vaccinated.
This has been such an informative conversation. Thank you so much for being here with us. And I want to thank all of you for watching. Remember, get vaccinated, stay safe, and be well.
Thank you to Kaiser Permanente for the information and tips on getting vaccinated. Hopefully you have gained some valuable information that you'll be able to use. We can't wait to see more from Kaiser in the future. Stay tuned.
Are you an ally?
Do you stand up and support others even when they're different from you?
Do you say something when you see someone who is not being treated fairly?
Do you take the time to educate yourself about other people's experiences in history?
We at Kaiser Permanente stand up against discrimination and do not treat anyone differently because of color, race, national origin, age, disability, sexual orientation, or gender identity.
It's one thing to say you're an ally, and it's another to act as an ally.
And here are 3 suggestions on how we can all be allies.
1. Get educated. When you know better, you do better.
2. When you see injustices, say something. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
3. Speak up in our inner circles.
Everyone deserves to be treated equally and respectfully.
And we all have the power to create a more equal and just world.
So, stand up, speak out, and be an ally.
Hello everyone, my name is Olga Vasquez and I am a cadet of the Robin McBee Firefighter EMS Youth Academy. I am also a 10th grade student at Jesse Bethel High School. This month, in our education segment, we are happy to feature Miss Cassie Taylor, who is a wonderful individual that has stepped up and exceeded expectations in both her jobs and community. We appreciate Ms. Taylor for everything that she has done to accommodate and comfort her students during these difficult times. Lieutenant Crystal Freyer will now have the honor of interviewing Ms. Cassie Taylor. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Crystal Freyer and I'm introducing Ms. Cassie Taylor. Hello, Ms. Cassie Taylor. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Cassie Taylor. I'm an English teacher here at Jesse Bethel High School by day, and then by night, I am the head volleyball coach here. I also work with 6 different sports programs in the Bay Area as their academic advisor. And then I have 2 beautiful daughters who are 8 and 4, who go to Vacaville Christian, and who are currently on summer break. So it's going to be nice to have some time with them this summer.
So that's a lot of jobs, 6 academic advisors for different schools?
So different schools and programs. So I work with Vacaville Christian, their entire athletic department, BT Thompson from Thompson Scouting and Recruiting out in Sacramento, TMP Elite, KT Prep Elite, both of which are 7-on-7 football teams. I also work with NorCal Baseball as their academic advisor. And then I'm trying to think of who else. I know I'm missing somebody.
KJB Bros? KJB Bros?
Oh, so KO Bros, as well as Dom's Moms Foundation, which is another nonprofit. And it just keeps growing.
Yeah. So how do you keep track of all your jobs, or how do you stay yourself organized?
So thank goodness for Google Drive. I also work for Skyline High School as well for their football team. And I have an entire drive dedicated just splitting up the teams and making sure I track them. I track my hours, so I know exactly who I'm working with and how much time I'm spending with them. And that's why I take the summers off, because it allows me to really focus on that and keep organized. I have calendars everywhere. I have a planner in my backpack that I keep with me always, my phone, and then I have 2 calendars at home, and they're all color coded depending on who I'm working with and what I'm doing that day.
That's awesome. What made you become a teacher?
So I've wanted to be a teacher since in 2nd grade. I had an amazing 2nd grade teacher named Mrs. King, who I still talk to this day. And then just all the other educators that came along. My 9th grade social studies teacher, Mr. Sanchez, my high school English teacher, Mrs. Eli, and then going into college, Mrs. Rustick, Professor Rustick, just having those different educators who make that impact, who show you that it's possible. Professor Rustick became a single mom, and I did as well. And so when we were working together, we got to kind of share those experiences, and she kind of helped me realize that I can do it by myself and be able to show my daughters what a strong woman is like. So.
That's nice. And how has COVID affected your whole schedule?
Oh man, so COVID started last March for me, and not being able to see my students definitely has had its own impact. But I was very fortunate. My mom was diagnosed with terminal cancer right at the beginning of COVID, and I was able to spend every waking moment with her from that day forward. And I also got to spend plenty of time with my kids, so growing those bonds and being able to be with them. But I think the hardest part for me has not been able to have contact with my students, like personal, build those relationships, not talk to a computer screen all day. And you know, but it definitely has allowed me to really
feel closer to your family.
Feel closer to my family, and then realize how important time is, because we never know.
Yeah.
So.
And do you enjoy all your jobs, advisors, teachers, coaches?
Yeah, so I think this year by becoming the head coach, volleyball coach here, I definitely found a new passion. Being an academic advisor for these different programs has been a dream come true because I've been able to watch. I have over 100 student athletes in college on some type of academic and or athletic scholarship. So being able to watch those kids do that and grow has been a dream come true. And then I just watched my second wave of kids since I've become a teacher graduate high school, and that's been amazing as well, and lots of tears, but I'm super proud of them. So
I personally am a student of Miss Cassie Taylor, and she has impacted my life a lot. She even funded my scholarship for my wrestling. I am super thankful for Miss Cassie Taylor. She has been there for me. Personally, I've never been good with English. I know 3 languages. My grammar is very bad, but she has helped me through everything, and I just wanted to interview you and show you guys how much she works. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and you're an incredible student, so keep it up. So I'm excited to see where you go.
Well, that concludes our education segment, and we would like to thank Miss Cassie Taylor for allowing us to take a peek at how she makes positive impacts in both her jobs and community. Next month, in our education segment, we will be showing local high school students how to register into Solano Community College.
Hey, my name is Pablo Bisamis, and I'm a cadet at the Rob McBee Firefighter EMS Youth Academy. I'm also a sophomore at Jesse Bethel High School. In this segment, we'll be featuring GVRD, Greater Vallejo Recreation District, have been continuing to conduct classes for both learning and athletics during this quarantine. The families and seniors of Vallejo continue to be supported by GVRD through programs such as health and wellness and sports.
Hello, I'm Gabe Lanus, the General Manager of Greater Vallejo Recreation District, also known as GVRD, also known as Vallejo Parks and Rec. I just want to take this moment to talk briefly about what's been going on with us during COVID times. The parks have been very busy, trying to live up to the motto of safe, clean, and green due to the heavy use of their parks during this time. We've been highweed mowing to reduce fire hazards. We've been removing tons of trash because of the heavy use, and trying to keep the parks looking nice as we can by keeping them green. On the other side, we've got the rec department, who's been hit really hard by the COVID crisis. We've had to postpone lots of our programming, lots of our camps, a lot of items that you would kind of take for granted with recreation provides. But we are working on making things better in our community centers, from the air quality to also revisioning what programs we can and should offer. During this time too, we've also have the 10-year master plan, in which we invite people to make comments and what we're doing well, what we should be doing regarding how GVRD functions and what we provide to the community. So that's our 10-year master plan. If you'd like to make comments on that, I'll share the website at the end. Another item with recreation, we are trying to do a food drive. That's new for us this year. We know that there's many families who won't be having much of a Thanksgiving meal this year, so we are trying to work with other agencies and nonprofits to help provide food for Thanksgiving. Another item that we've had to postpone this year was the Breakfast with Santa. That is something that is really important to me, and so we are going to do a toy drive to try and get as many toys as we can to help out families who won't be able to afford toys this year. And if you could also help with that, that would be much appreciated. If you would like any information or can help out or know of families that need help, please go to gvrd.org or call 648-4600. That's area code 707-648-4600. I hope everybody's being healthy and stay safe. We're here for the community. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, that's it for this month's episode. Thank you for watching. I know I enjoyed all the information, especially the segment about vaccinations. We look forward to providing you with more information on next month's episode. See you then!